got your summer teeth.
There we are.
Oh, yeah.
Summer in.
Worst thing is
Summer
I have to leave this out for like 2 weeks, so I'm not going to be getting any girlfriends soon. That's for sure.
Oh,
Depends where you
that's
go.
okay.
Yeah.
Was it at least a cool like
Where you
hockey
go.
thing? Did you like check somebody in
fry.
hockey?
No.
You got to come
Well,
up with a better story.
I got
Yeah,
hit with
I
a
agree.
baseball.
Tell us the story.
8
I
years
want to know,
ago.
Brady.
8 years ago, I hit with a baseball and knocked a couple of teeth out. That's where it all started.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah.
Oh.
Wait, where's the French fry come into this?
Well, I bit into a French fry, and the tooth, my body decided it didn't want the tooth anymore.
Oh my god.
And so, yeah, it just kind of half came out. And then I was like, what do I do now?
MJ, is there a bit of a whistle coming from Brady's microphone?
Maybe.
Sorry.
Damn you, MJ. Oh,
That was Maz. That was Maz.
Yeah,
that said
I'm
that,
sorry.
not me.
Brady, I
Fair
love
boy.
that you're here. Brady, the
Fair.
fact that you're here is
Hey.
like
Yeah.
awesome.
I was showing up. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. So we got everybody on. Dan, you're back on. Dan, Dan's going in and out. You okay, man? Feeling all right? Dan? You can
Yeah.
hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, wow.
Dan got a tooth
That's
pulled
worse
too.
than me.
Dan got his internet pulled or something.
Yeah.
His internet's on Vicodin. That's
Funny, Brady understood him, though. I don't get that.
Taking the same wavelength now.
Right.
Here.
I just love that Angela's not driving. I think that's awesome.
I know.
know.
We got a lot of firsts kind of tonight. It looks like it's kind of
Drinking.
drinking. So this ought to be a
See-
good show.
You're not fired or anything, are you, Angela? You're still working.
All right. I see Curtis is on too. What's up, Curtis? Good evening. Glad you can make it. So here's what we'll do, Amy. Oh, was I
noise from
echoing on
somewhere.
some?
Background
I was
noise
getting
from
an
someone.
echo from somebody. All right.
I think that was me by accident.
Oh, Why you were repeating exactly what I was saying. Stop that. So did everybody sound mic good? Maz, check tap.
Oh, yeah.
We know yours
Check
is
one,
fine.
two, check.
I think everybody's good. Brady's just whatever.
Just don't forget to,
Yeah.
don't talk and then do this and look over here and keep talking because then that happens.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi, guys. I'll probably maybe listen, but I won't. I'll probably
Jen, did you feel slighted there for a minute?
Oh, really? Okay. No, we love everybody. We love Dan's gone again. What's happened to Dan? All right, so here's what we'll do. As normal, I'm going to do the quick pre-intro teaser. Then we'll come in, and if you guys saw the agenda, if you read the agenda, I don't know if you do. I need to put things in there sometimes to catch you to see if you actually are reading that or not. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. You know, it's funny. I was sitting here thinking, should I tell everybody to turn their phones off? But I haven't had to say that for a long time.
No, you
So
don't
I
have
didn't
to.
say that. Okay. So I'm going to ask you what you're drinking, and I'm going to ask what was your favorite teenage band. So when you were a teenager, what was your favorite band? Brady,
Well,
I'll
we've been
ask you that
stressing
too,
about that
'cause
for the past hour, but it's cool.
Brady will be like, "What's your favorite band right now?" Because that's kind of.
I don't even really have one. I guess I'll have to think of one.
It's the what's the one? What's the group? The boys band with one in it.
Little
One
Wayne.
Direction.
Yeah, One Direction sounds
One
right.
Direction.
Oh gosh.
That's Brady's
Oh,
cup
my
of tea right there.
God.
All right, so we'll do that,
Oh.
and then Maz, I'm going to turn it over to you to go ahead and give the introduction to Amy, and then go ahead and start with the first question. So, for those of you who don't know, Amy was the storm photographer of the year. So, photographer meeting multiple. She submitted multiple photos, and so she won photographer of the year. I did just so y'all know, I did a pre-interview, pre-recorded interview with the Storm Photo winner of the year. He's from France, which is really cool. So we talked French storm chasing.
That's amazing.
And then we've got Everett coming on later, and he won the new category. There's a new category this year that was called Tornado Photo of the Year. So he won that as well. So, Amy, my question to you is: before we start, do you have some of those photos that you can share on your screen?
I don't know how to do that, but I'll bring them up. Hold on a second.
So they're down below the StreamYard. There is a share button.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just bring up my site here. I should just bring up Mike's site and draw from there.
You can do that if you want. That's
Yeah.
fine. And if you can, I can probably do the same thing if that's easier.
Let's see.
Maybe not.
Brady or Brad tonight? I can't tell.
That's a good question. What's he doing?
I couldn't find the unmute button. That was weird.
That was weird.
Sorry,
Trust
guys.
us. That was weird. It reminded me of that interview we did. Remember the guy? He had to talk really close to his phone mic, so we just saw his forehead the whole time.
Oh.
Or the guy with the laptop walking around, and we're all like,
Oh, that's right. He gets sick.
Vertigo.
All right. How are we doing, Amy?
Doing good. I have it ready to go.
Okay, so what you can do is this. Go ahead and share your screen, and then MJ can pull it up when you want us to start showing it.
Okay.
But you can at least share it now, so it's sitting in our queue.
Alrighty.
You got it, MJ? All right, so we'll go about...
Not yet. I want to.
Oh,
I wanna
not
make
yet,
sure
sorry.
we got that before. Yeah, don't
I
get
thought I
excited.
saw...
Don't
I
get
saw
excited.
something pop up.
No, Dan just came back.
Oh, that was
That's
Dan.
what we
Dan popped up. I thought she was sharing Dan's screen.
No.
Okay, so I'm sharing. Is it coming through?
There it is, and just so we can see that it
these
works.
are the finalists.
There it is. Yep. Okay.
And mine's
Cool.
down at the bottom there.
Oh, wow.
All right. You guys ready? So we'll go about, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so. We'll probably need to wrap up about 25 after, because then we'll have Everett coming in at about 9:30. So, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So let me get the teaser in. Coming in, 3, 2. Hey, Storm Freaks, it's Phil. Hey, get your cameras, because we're talking with all 3 winners of the 2021 Storm Photo of the Year contest. We're also bringing our hashtag WeatherFools this week, and Weather Trollbot 5000 has an upgrade. It's all on episode 155 of the Storm Front Freaks podcast. All right.
I love the energy you're bringing to the intros, Phil. It's
There we
fun.
go, baby. There we go.
Nice.
Okay. How's the audio on that, MJ?
Just slightly loud.
Okay. I'll turn it down when I'm ready to talk. All right, coming in. You guys ready? 3, 2. Hey, welcome to the most entertaining weather podcast. This is the award-winning Stormfront Freaks podcast. I want to thank our Patreon members that support the show, including those that are joining us live tonight on the stream. We'd already talked about in our pre-show here, Curtis. Curtis was on from Canada, so Curtis is on. And also our VIPs in the green room. They're all here tonight. We got Angela and Garrett and Dan, and Angela's not on the road tonight, so she's actually at home. Which is cool. And she's drinking, which is fun. It's always fun for everybody, right? You can also join us, whether it's watching our live recording on YouTube or joining us in our green room. Check it out at patreon.com/stormfrontfreaks. You can be with us for every episode. So it's always happy hour every time we record. If you're new to the show, it's kind of our way to introduce our co-hosts, but also let you know we drink, yeah, we do, and we like to have a little fun and talk weather. That's kind of how we do things around here. So we're going to go around the horn, and lately I've been kind of wanting to get to know the co-hosts a little better. So we're going to ask an additional question. So tonight, not only what are you drinking, but also what was your favorite teenage band? So I'm going to start with MJ up in Minnesota, our producer and Skywarn coordinator up in Minnesota. MJ, so what are you drinking? And then I might have a hint at what your favorite teenage band was, obviously, but...
I wonder if you do, but tonight I released the Kraken, and Maz might recognize this glass. It's a wonderful beverage.
It's your third one.
Little sip there before I go. So I thought about it, and of course I was a big Simon and Garfunkel fan, and that might be what you guessed. Not sure.
No, I was going to go with Village People, but
Yeah, okay, no. How about Boston? I can go with Boston too. So either one of those is good.
Boston. That sounds good. All right, Serena Arnold, our former meteorologist at the Mount Washington.
that.
I need to have another one. Mount Washington Observatory. So, Serena, now that I know you live in New Hampshire, what are you drinking? And more importantly, what was your favorite teenage band?
Yeah. So I'm drinking a beer tonight called Cloud Business, which is it's an IPA. And my favorite band, took me a while to think about this. I had a lot of them. But I'd have to say UB40.
Nice.
Oh, red wine.
Got a little rat in me kitchen.
Yeah, it's I love just everything about it. It's like one of my favorites.
Very nice. Okay. Very good. All right, Maz. Mark Massaro, our former on-camera meteorologist in Cincinnati. What's in the glass and what's the band?
Well, it's not glass. You recognize this, right?
I like that. I've got one.
Yeah, it keeps the drink cold. It is Sailor Jerry, and Jen will appreciate this. Coke Zero. So we're trying to limit the calories and still have the fun. Anyway, band-wise, Reo Speedwagon.
Oh,
Riding
no
the
kidding.
storm out. Yeah.
Nice.
I saw them at the Minnesota State Fair. Good times.
What year was it? What year?
I don't know. It was the year that they started playing state fairs.
Oh, wow.
That's what the year was. Yeah. So cool. All right. Then Jen Watson, our contributor at the Weather Channel. Jen, what are you drinking and band?
So I was actually in the mood to drink tonight, except for I have a Weather Channel shoot tomorrow morning, so that's not happening. I've got hot chocolate, but the mug is the most important thing. It says your enthusiasm is scaring everyone. So I love this mug. It's kind of my favorite. Favorite band growing up, I would have to say, is Dave Matthews Band. I love Dave Matthews. Even now, I listen to it all the time. So yeah.
I need that mug. That mug is amazing.
Is that who did Eye of the Tiger?
No.
Band.
That
It's a little swing and a miss, but I love the effort.
And last but not least, Brady Harris, our atmospheric science graduate. We know what you're drinking because you're hopped up on some kind of drug med. But what? So what are you taking? And then what was your favorite teenage band?
Just like Jen, I really wanted to drink tonight, but I've got a Weather Channel shoot tomorrow too, so I can't. I'm not going to be done. What I would say is, my favorite band was probably 21 Pilots, and that was because I went to prom with the lead singer's sister. So that was kind of my claim to fame.
Serious.
And I'm sticking to it.
That was your claim to fame.
Sticking to it.
There you go, brother. Well, hey, you're a trooper for sticking this out after having some bicuspids ripped out or some molars or
Microbials.
incisors.
The
Okay,
correct term. Yeah.
whatever they're
You got to
called.
ask him, what does the other guy look like, right? Huh?
Oh yeah, it's the other guy was a piece of food, but that was a good try.
Cool. All right, Maz, let's as entertaining as this is, let's get to our guest.
I was totally trying to help his rep, and didn't work anyway. So anyway, hey, we have Amy Howard here for tonight. Amy Howard is a severe weather photographer based in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Lightning photography became a hobby in 2010 as she channeled the adrenaline caused by fear into an addiction that now fuels her as she pursues supercells across the Plains region of the United States each severe season. Amy's passion for capturing scenes authentic to her experiences has helped her succeed in several art shows and storm photo competitions, recently winning the top spot for 2021 Storm Photographer of the Year. Welcome, Amy. Congratulations. And where do you go from here now?
Nice.
Where do I go from here now? Onward and upward, I guess. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it so much.
What are you drinking? And what
I
was
am-
your favorite song?
Okay,
or favorite-
I'm going low carb, kind of keto. So I made a horchata, which is well, my take on it anyway. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's like a rice milk drink that we have out here, but I
Nice.
substituted heavy cream and whipped vodka and some cinnamon, and it
Oh.
tastes almost exactly like it, just
Nice.
with the kick.
Yum.
So
Wow.
yeah, I make it for everybody. You know, when we go camping and stuff. Favorite band? I'm guessing I grew up in the 80s, so late 80s or early 90s. So that would be Metallica for me.
Wow.
Hmm
I would not have
Nice.
expected that from her. Would you guys?
I don't know, but I like her style. Between
I know
the
it.
drink and the music, I'm like, all right, I gotta go find a way to hang out.
Yeah.
For
We gotta
sure.
go chasing with you, Amy.
What's that?
We gotta go chasing with you.
Hell yeah.
So, Amy, tell me about this fear thing, because I mean, like most people, how did the fear start, and then how did you confront it, and why, and all that?
It would be I had recurring nightmares as a child with lightning. Like it would be right outside my window and frying animals and stuff like that, and it was recurrent. So and I would hide under my bed.
How old were you?
I was about 7.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, growing up in New York, we didn't see much. We don't have much of a horizon, so it was all, in the sky.
Yeah.
So
But
after listening to Metallica, did you say, I'm going to go chase these things then?
ride the lightning, baby.
How did you get into it?
Just moving to Albuquerque, pretty much. We have the monsoon out here that's pretty stout. Some years we're not as good as Arizona, but we hold our own out here. So after picking up a camera in the late 2000s, I would set up my tripod at the window and do the run and gun method, and just try to catch it with my finger. And we have a 2-story here, so we could see east and west, and I'd get some good shots, and it just progressed from there. After 2015, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Dora, New Mexico tornado that Christian Cleary and who else? Marco Rank got. It was a beautiful elephant trunk, white with a rainbow in eastern New Mexico, and it just spurred me. I said, I can leave my house and do this. So that's kind of where it went from there. And I've been working on it ever since, and it doesn't scare me anymore, apparently.
That's amazing, Amy.
Thank you.
So who did you go storm chasing with for the first time?
I actually went solo, and I would chase in state. My first tornado was in Santa Fe, of all places, and I was the only one on it, and that's like the best feeling ever, was when you have a storm to yourself. So it was a little EF0, but it was a beautiful mesocyclone and the little cone tornado. So that was pretty cool. And then I hooked up with some awesome people here in state that I still go chasing with to this day. I know Tim Baca. He was the number 1 photographer of the year last year.
Yeah.
So, it's been a joy to work with those guys. And
Well, we would love to see your winning photos, Amy. We have to see them.
yeah.
Can you describe them and just where you were when you took them?
Okay. Do you have the screen set up? Okay, here we go. So this first one was in Kansas, in Ellsworth, on May 8th. And the lightning started getting all crazy right at sunset, but the sunset itself was one of the best I've seen.
Yeah.
Explain the do us a favor, because
Yes.
this is an audio podcast.
That's right. Okay, so
sometimes this doesn't translate as well. So yeah, kind of explain what you liked about the photo, how you why you saw something there.
Okay, well, it's the trains apparently, and there's silos, and it was a little town center in Ellsworth, and I was running to get into position for more lightning, and I had to stop just because of the orange glow of the sunset and the dark clouds above.
That's a beautiful photo. That's
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the colors and everything are really stunning. People just need to go online and check these out. That one tower in the back, is it me or does that look like a USB? Does that look like a little plug-in USB thing?
You're right.
Oh, you're right.
It's
It
so
does.
weird.
Whoa.
Totally.
Yeah, but the colors are beautiful. That's really a wonderful shot.
And I'm always a perfectionist, and I'm still not happy with it, but it made the judges happy. So, and this is the one I'm going to get printed. My husband loves it, so I won a 20 by 30 from somebody Mike Elbinksy uses in Arizona, so I'll be getting that one on metal for the hubs.
So
Now,
how
I
many do you have
can't-
to?
I'm sorry.
So how many do you have to submit to? I mean, is this like I took one shot and I won?
No, that's next because I don't do well in those. It was a portfolio of 10. This year it was 7 different days. Last year it had to be 10 different days, and I struggled getting 10 different days this year for sure, because I have kids. I have one in middle school and one in high school, and they started going back in person this year. I was really lucky with COVID the past 2 years. Silver linings, people, that they were home and remote learning, and hubby was home working from home too, so I was able to go out and practice and all that stuff. So this year is going to be rough because they're in school till the end of May, but it's kind of, and I did miss a lot of the big days last year. I don't know if you looked at the other contestants on here, but they have some amazing, Phil, I know you've been out there. I missed Earth Day in May, Lubbock, that other big one. But I got a few. I got May 24th and I got York, Nebraska. So I'm happy with that.
Well, that truthfully, Amy, that gives hope to people like me, right? To know that you don't have to be out there for every single storm, because I don't, right? I get out to the plains usually 1 week out of the year, and
That's
then
right.
otherwise I'm chasing this QLCS crap in my neck of the woods. But so that gives hope. I think that's a great story right there. Is that look what you were able to do, and you won without having to be out at some of these major events.
Yeah, I miss Lockett too. Come on now. It hurts like hell when that happens, but you got to make do with what you get.
So
But
Amy,
this
okay,
year
go
I'll
ahead.
be out after May, so it'll be high, northern plains. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping Wyoming gets some good stuff this year and all those.
I love that. Amy, what was your favorite photo that you submitted? Out of
I do like the minimalist one. I don't know if you can go to the screen and there's a little slideshow arrow on the side. If somebody can do that for me, I don't think
You actually, that's your screen, so you control that.
Okay.
You control your screen, so yeah, you can either
Let me go to it.
go to that tab.
Yeah.
We control your bank account, but you.
All right. So this one also was May 8th. That was later in the night with that crazy lightning.
Wow.
May 20th. This one is my favorite. This was on it was a hyped up day. It was supposed to be in Burlington, Colorado. It was supposed to be a crazy supercell. That it didn't really happen, but I dig on the minimalism. So I caught this with the last bit of light, right before we had to run kind of thing, because this was shot pretty wide.
So explain what we're looking at there, Amy.
Okay, so this is just one side of the storm. It's the rain core, and then some light just shining through.
I love
That's
it.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
really
cute.
nice. I've never seen anything like that before. It's very nice.
The judges liked it too, and it's definitely one of my favorites. I try to see things in my own way.
What's the elusive shot that you just haven't gotten yet? You're like,
Oh,
Ooh.
you know what? Probably the tornado with any good picturesque tornado. They don't like me, so I'm working on that this year.
That's
So
okay.
how about
There's
some
something-
secrets? Okay, we can't let you go, Amy. We can't let the storm photographer of the year go without trying to help us average Joes out with being able to take some better photos, whether it's with our DSLRs or our phones or what were some of the secrets?
So I need all the tips.
Okay, so I always use a tripod. That's number one. You got to have a good sturdy tripod.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Even if like the storm looks incredible, like you're not just gonna take a shot, you're gonna take the time to set up the tripod.
I
And
mean,
then
usually the ones that I don't come out really well. So starting as a lightning photographer, that's kind of my background is having that setup going.
yeah. What specific settings or any other tips do you have?
It's pretty variable according to the storm. Sometimes you have to bump up the ISO to get that light in there. Otherwise, it's too dark or whatnot. But at the risk of having a lot of noise, you probably want a decent low light camera for that. What else?
Well, you talked a little bit about your minimalist approach. So what are you looking for there, or what would someone be looking for to try and keep it simple?
Just forms that attract your eye. I mean, you can look for patterns in the clouds. Mammatus are great. You don't even need a horizon in half the stuff if you want to go that route. I've seen plenty like that. Decent light is always a plus. We don't always get that, but it's just a matter of getting out there and being on everything you can. And
I'm very into tripods. Are you talking the full length size? Are you talking like one of these little ones here? What?
I need one of those for my phone.
That's a perfect phone tripod.
There you go. So I can set up on the hood of my car and do some time lapse.
Well, so
like that.
actually, that's a good lead in, Maz, because I think that is important. What kind of tripod are you using? Because I did make the mistake of having kind of a cheap, lightweight tripod with my lightning trigger, and the thing fell over in the wind, which you're going to run across, right, when you are chasing storms, and busted my lightning trigger. So,
oh no, was it the lightning trigger brand
4?
name?
It was the 4. Yeah,
those
lightning trigger 4.
Those mounts are like glass.
Oh, too bad you didn't get the 5, Phil. That could have changed it all. Man.
So what kind of tripod do you have? What do you recommend?
I actually went on KEH.com, and they have a lot of used gear, and I picked up a Gitzo, which is super hot. It's like 8 pounds. It's carbon fiber, and I use that for the really heavy inflow, outflow days. And I got it for like 25% off. But you get what you pay for with these things, for sure. It's one of those things you have to shell out the money for. This year I picked up another one for hiking because it's a pain in the butt to lug that
extra 8 pounds. Yeah, extra 8 pounds around.
So I picked up an FLM this year, and I've taken it hiking a couple times, and it's, if it gets windy, you just spread the legs out a little bit,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Amy, we appreciate having you on, and again, congratulations on
Thank you so much.
The much deserved win, because those are some amazing shots.
Dude, everybody that made the final 6 are my buddies. I would have been happy with any one of them winning, but
That's cool. Well, you get to have bragging rights for the next year. That's good. So where can our listeners find you and see your work online or on social media?
Well, I started up a new website. It's at enchantedwx.com. And it's in the fledgling stages. I have my entries up on there. I'll be starting a blog. My socials are all the same thing, enchanted_WX on Twitter and Instagram.
Cool.
Yeah.
And too, like our phones, they can also serve as great cameras.
Yes.
But as you all know, they're also great forecasting tools, but that's only if you have the right app. So despite most weather apps getting information from a lot of the similar sources, a lot of them are use a lot of the same data. The thing that I hate, and you guys might relate to this, right, is if you have a weather app and you're going for your daily weather information. And to get the information you want, you're having to, I got to swipe here, and then I got to hit this button down here to get this information, and then I got to swipe up for that. That's the thing that's really a pet peeve. So with the Atmosphere Weather app, it's amazing what you can see on just one screen without even having to swipe and tap and everything else. Atmosphere Weather's unique difference is it'll show you the weather forecast around a 24-hour clock. So what that means is on one screen, I can see the hourly forecasted temperature, hourly sky cover, precipitation probability and intensity. There's a live radar right in the middle of that 24-hour clock. And I can even sync with my calendar events. So without having to swipe or push or whatever, I can see that, my son's got a outdoor baseball game at 4:00 this afternoon, and that shows up right on that 24-hour clock, so I can also see what's the weather forecast going to be at that point. So I tell you, if you haven't looked at it, you've never seen anything like it. You can find Atmosphere Weather in your Apple or Google store, or you can just visit atmosphereweather.com for the official weather app of the Stormfront Freaks podcast. So, hey, it's time for a break. And listen, guys, we've got a pre-recorded chat with Storm Photo of the Year winner, and he is from France, Alexis Maillard. That's coming up right next, so stay tuned, and we'll be back in the studio with the new Tornado Photo winner of the year. Awesome.
Great.
Amy, thank you. We'll bring in our VIPs in case they've got any questions. So I know Dan, Garrett, you guys, Angela, you got to have some photo questions for Amy. Yes.
Yeah. As far as gear goes, I know you mentioned lightning triggers. Are you using like the LT4 brands or strike finders or?
I got an LT4 at the end of last year, and I haven't really used it yet. I'm pretty dependent on my intervalometer in camera.
Right.
And it's really hard for daytime though. So I got the LT4 for that purpose, because I want supercells with big lightning bolts.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure. I picked up a new camera for Christmas. I got a Canon R.
Very
and
nice.
I was working with a 6D before, so now I'll have two bodies, so that'll be fun.
Definitely, yeah. Too. It's always good doubling up, shooting one way. That's how I do it as well.
Definitely. And I want to work on time lapse. I'm no Mike, but but I have plenty of data for it. It's just a matter of getting it put together.
Right.
I've got a quick question. What do you use in the way of software for like editing?
Oh, I just use Lightroom and Photoshop. Yeah, I've really enjoyed Lightroom's new layer masking, where you can do separate parts of an image. You don't have to globally edit it, so you can. It's kind of like you can edit just the sky and then just the foreground. So it's pretty handy, because I'm not really technically adept with the Photoshop stuff, which is why I enjoy this competition, because it's on the reel. They don't allow composites, so that's my cup of tea is keeping it real. So
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite Metallica song? What is it?
Oh, Master of Puppets for sure.
Sorry. Hey, we appreciate you coming on, Amy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll edit this, and we usually upload it on Sunday to all the podcast players, or just go to stormfrontfreaks.com. But I'll try and tag you on any of the social media stuff as well.
Awesome.
So you'll see that. I'll usually do that on Monday, because even though we upload it Sunday, if you're not a subscriber, you maybe can't access it yet.
Okay.
So it might be Monday, but you'll see it. I'll tag you.
Sounds good.
That was awesome. Thanks so much,
guys.
Amy.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all.
That was fun.
Thanks.
Cool. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye.
Phil, I'm also going to peace out. I got to go get some more icing in. Just wanted to stop by and say hi to the fam.
Oh,
Right.
Brady. Rest up, Brady.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Get excited for the storm chase. All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll have a tooth by then. Bye.
Oh, bye.
See you, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
All
I was
right.
wondering where he was going and walking around to.
All right, I'm gonna get a
Poor guy.
beer. We should have Everett jumping on. Looked like he was trying to
He
get on a
tried
minute ago.
before,
So
yeah.
Okay.
I sent him an email, said it might be 9:35 before we're
Which
ready,
it is
and then
now.
I told him
Oh.
try five minutes later if he's not in. So I'll be right back.
All right.
Perfect.
What's a crack baby, Angela? What is that? Or berry, not baby. Sorry. I'm so-
Correct, baby.
Jeez. Not
Wow.
berry.
Crackberry. Nice.
A cider, a buried cider. Nice.
Wow.
Looks good.
From Texas. That's all I know.
Nice.
Hey, here's Everett.
Everett.
Hey, MJ.
Hey,
MJ.
Hey, what?
Did you write down the possible show title from that last segment?
Which one was it?
About
Something
the-
about spreading?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Oh man.
There may
Hey,
not
Everett.
be one. There may not be one for this because it Storm Photographers of the Year may be the title. So,
Fine.
but I'm still writing them down. I'm still
Good.
writing them down.
They're still funny.
Hey, Everett, how you doing?
hey, doing well. Can you hear me?
Yes, we got you.
All right.
Sounds
Good
good.
evening. Hi.
I'm
thanks for having
MJ.
me.
Phil's getting a new beer, I believe. So,
So
Right
we
on.
haven't met, so you got to tell us slowly, how do you pronounce your name?
It is pronounced Occhipinti.
Akapinti.
Occhipinti, yeah.
Very
You
good.
can do it, Maz.
Akapinti.
Akapinti.
No, you do it. You get to do it. No, who's doing it? Jen's doing it.
I
Right?
am.
Intro,
Everett,
Jen.
take me more time.
Akapinti.
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 Yep, there you go. Occhipinti.
How many
okay.
times have you had to correct people throughout your life?
I
Akapinti.
mean, that's probably the number one most asked question of my entire life. That
I'm
and
afraid-
what nationality is it? It's Italian.
Hey, molto bene. Maz
I'm
doesn't
so
look
excited
Italian,
you're
but-
here.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Everett, I love that you're a twin too, because I'm also a twin.
Are you really?
So, yeah. Are you guys fraternal or identical?
We are mirror image identical.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
So,
You guys play pranks?
Oh, our entire life. Yeah.
oh my God, same here.
In fact, fun story. He actually lives across the street from me. So if I put my car in reverse, I don't even have to touch the steering wheel, and I found myself in his driveway.
Stop.
Wow.
That is
that's
amazing.
fun.
It
Wow.
wasn't planned. It wasn't some sort of creepy like, "Hey, after college, I miss you" type thing. But he happened to get a good price on it, so it worked out in my favor.
And if you go fast
funny.
enough, his living room, right?
That is true. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my God, this is so fun. I have so many more twin questions to ask you, but I won't do it. So we can move on.
All right. Did we get name pronunciation?
Everett, let me say it really fast. Everett Akapinti.
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Akapinti.
Akapinti.
Cool. Good.
Akapinti.
All right. Well, welcome, Everett.
Thank you. Happy
How
to be here.
you missed one of our co-hosts who was hopped up on what was he taking?
Vicodin.
Vicodin.
Yeah.
Vicodin. Ah, that was classic.
He had like teeth pulled and stuff, and it was like,
Yeah.
Been
Yeah,
there.
it's not something he
fun.
normally like takes and comes on the show.
what are you drinking?
We're not
Vicodin.
we're
Am I
not
drinking?
that kind of show.
I was going to say we're still recording, so
Yeah, right,
Oh,
right.
we're still live.
All right.
Huh.
All right, so here's if everyone's good, here's what we'll do. So Jen, you've got Everett's intro. So I'll count in, start the applause. You can just say, "Hey, welcome back to the show," and then just say, just mention that there's a new award in the Storm Photo of the Year contest, and it's Tornado Photo of the Year, and then you can introduce Everett.
Sounds amazing.
Is that good? And then so we'll do questions again. I don't know, 15 minutes or so. We'll go, and then go to our last break. Does that sound good, Everett? You good with all that?
Yeah, sounds great.
Awesome. This is gonna be fun.
Everett, I'll be asking you what you're drinking and your favorite childhood band or
Okay.
band growing up. Just FYI.
Are you drinking? Do you have something?
I do have something. I'm actually drinking a made in Oklahoma craft soda, and the flavor is actually called Mr. Twister.
Oh, no kidding. Cool.
Nice.
That's a good
Wow,
one.
it's good.
It's right up Serena's alley.
Yep.
There you go. Okay, so Jenny, ready?
I am ready. Storm
All
photo
right.
of the year, tornado photo of
We
the year.
got all right. We got audience ready. You're coming in. 3, 2.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us back again here, Stormfront Freaks podcast. We have an amazing guest, Everett Akapenti. Now, he won the new category for the Storm Photo of the Year contest, which is Tornado Photo of the Year. He currently works as a software project manager in Oklahoma City, and storm chasing and severe weather photography is a passion and hobby, not only for him, but his twin brother too, since they moved to Oklahoma in 2006. So Everett, thank you for joining us here on Stormfront Freaks. And of course, we always have to ask you, what are you drinking tonight? And second, what was your favorite childhood band?
All right. Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. I'll start off with saying that I'm actually drinking a craft soda called Mr. Twister for the occasion. So, yep, it's my favorite right now. And favorite band, I would have to say would probably be the Beach Boys.
I love it.
Nice.
Yes.
Grew up in Southern California and just stuck with me.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So Everett, I just have to say, for your photo for winning is like iconic, absolutely stunning and beautiful. Can you tell us about that photo, that day, the chase, everything about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So if I remember right, that was just a classic, typical, not too highly forecasted or anticipated, like 5% chance for tornado, I believe. And I live in Oklahoma City right now and figured 3.5 hours or so isn't too far for a drive for a chase. So in the morning, after getting some work done, packed up the car with my brother and we head out in his truck. Found ourselves around, I think, Burke Burnett around noontime, maybe 1 p.m. And storm started firing. And we knew immediately when a storm immediately has a hook echo, within like the first 30, 40 minutes, it's going to be a good day. And so got things going and just kind of followed it for a while. And storm ended up planting its first tornado of the day within probably 2 hours of the chase. And lo and behold, we happened to miss that one. That was our first missed chance for the day. And notoriously, my twin brother actually is the navigator of the two of us. I tend to like to hold back, see what the storm is doing, try to anticipate the next move too far in advance. And so after we missed that first tornado, my brother told me, he's like, look, we're following my route this time. We're getting close. We're getting underneath this thing. We're not going to miss another tornado. So about an hour and a half later, sure enough, I'm trying to follow my old routes and say, no, we got to get 20 miles this way so we can get in better position. This is the better road network. And he's like, no, I'm taking control. I've got this time. So he puts us on a dirt road, probably about 4 or 5 miles to the east of the mesocyclone and the developing wall cloud. And sure enough, we look right, or we look, I say right, we look towards our west, and I see a little bit of a kind of, I thought it was a fire that was forming, maybe from a lightning bolt to our west. Mm-hmm. And no, it was actually just little wispy ground circulation from a forming tornado that did not even have a funnel, had no condensation with it. So it was hard to see exactly what was going on. And sure enough, this tornado went from not even fully condensed to a beautiful rope tornado with helical vortices. And within just a couple minutes, we've got this beautiful white stovepipe right in front of us. And so we just followed it for the next 45 minutes or so, hour, until it eventually just roped out into a beautiful rainbow tornado. It's a fun chase.
Absolutely gorgeous, Everett. Oh my gosh. And I just have to say, my twin sister who I chase with, she's also the navigator, and I'm the one that actually sets the path too. So we'll have to geek out about twins another time. But absolutely stunning photo. And are you both meteorologists? Like, what is your education when it comes to meteorology?
So if we want to go into the more creepier terms of how twins like to stick together, we actually went to Oklahoma State University, got the same degree, took most of the same classes in business management was our field. And so, yeah, just followed each other through school, just coincidentally. And through most of our lives, we just kind of used storm chasing as a hobby. Of course, always happen to be in a situation where we have to put work first, but any chance we can get out and go out for 3 or 4 chases a year, we take it.
Who took the tests for whom?
Depends what class. He's stronger in math than I was. So
now, what's your brother's name?
Brother's name is Garrett.
Garrett. So I was looking back at the picture. I didn't see Garrett's name on there anywhere, but he got you to the place, huh?
He did. We've got it's a system. So he is the videographer of the group. So he's got his video camera going. He's rolling the video. If he's able to get some awesome footage of a tornado, he can jump up and take credit for that. I just do the still photography and call it good. And it's a good system so far.
Did he get video of the year?
You took my question.
Oh, sorry.
He did not. I don't know if that's a category in Mike's contest, but if it was, I'm sure he would have tried to submit that. Compete against each other.
Absolutely. No, that picture was beautiful. I love the contrast in it. Like when you see these photos, for those who are listening, it's worth going and seeing the link of what this photo looks like. The contrast is amazing. Like I feel like that's what makes some really good photos sometimes, and seeing how, the tornado and what's immediately surrounding it is so white and everything else is so dark, but you still see that like lush green, and even, the dust and the dirt that it's picking up. It's just beautiful. There's a lot of different colors and stuff going on there. It's great contrast. It's a beautiful photo.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Everett, so I have to ask you, what tips do you have for photographers going out, whether shooting on like a fancy camera or just your phone?
Take your brother.
Right. My number one, and I'm still notoriously bad at this, is before you get in the moment of having a beautiful scene in front of you and wanting to take that photo, make sure it's sharp. Make sure you actually have your focus properly. So many times I've gone out and I've chased for 5, 6, 7 hours thinking I've got some wonderful things to post, and none of my photos are clear. And I just get a little bit too impatient, and it's just, a product of me not being a professional with the type of camera that I have. I'm still always trying to figure out new things and learning how to use it the best that I can. So yeah, my number one tip would just be slow down, be patient, make sure you've got your settings on your camera set how you want them before you start actually jumping in.
I love that.
And that's so hard to do. I mean, really? Because you're looking at a tornado and you're knowing at any moment this thing could rope out and be gone. Right? That's always my fear, right? It's like, I gotta start to taking shit now. Gotta do it now. So I'm impressed. I'm sorry, Jen. I jumped on your question.
No, it's okay. It's totally okay. I love it. So what kind of camera do you use, Everett?
I use a Nikon D810. I've had about probably 3 or 4 years now.
Awesome.
And what was the process of learning the photography part of it? How did you do that? What can you tell people on because, hey, I won't lie either. DSLRs, very intimidating, and especially for me personally, because I don't get out and storm chase as much as a lot of other people do, but I want to at least be able to try and get some good images of what I enjoy seeing and what I see, but it's always so intimidating. How'd you get over that?
It is intimidating, and I mean, my main priority is just wanting a camera that does well in low light. We all know that these chases can ultimately wind down into sunset, so you want a camera that can be able to produce some good quality shots, even when it's pretty dark out and it's not too noisy. So I'll admit my biggest resource that I use to learn how to use my camera is YouTube. I just want to be able to, I'm sure there are people out there that are better at using the camera that I have than I am. And so if I'm able to find some tools or tips on how to use it better than I currently know, that's my go-to.
How do you stay focused?
Growing up, go ahead, Maz.
I was just saying, how do you stay focused? If I start on YouTube, it's like 9 hours later and I'm like looking at cabbage or something. I'm like, how did I even get here?
That's a good point. Most of the time I'm watching a video and they're just telling me what the last guy said. I'm like, that doesn't really help me a whole lot. So I just keep picking until I find one that works. Yeah.
So you said earlier you grew up in Southern California and you're in Oklahoma now. So what was the reason for the shift, the change, the move? How you gotta fill us in a little bit more there.
It's a fairly unique story. So my brother and I, we grew up just loving watching storm stories. We'd freak out if we got a rare hailstorm in California. Those were like one in every 7 years, I felt like. And so my parents knew that my brother and I just grew up with a passion with weather, and they felt like we'd be better off, following through with that passion. Whether that meant a career or not, who knows? But we know that. I say we. I'm implying my brother and I. But on the last day of school in 6th grade, my parents came and picked us up from school. We're happy it's summer break. Only our car had a U-Haul behind it, and our house was entirely packed up to the brim. And they said, "Hey, we're going out to dinner right now. We're saying goodbye to our friends and family, and we're moving to Oklahoma right now. Not storm season, but Storm Alley and Tornado Alley, and this is what you've always been interested in. Let's give it a shot."
Your parents moved where they lived so you guys could pursue your weather interest? You guys are like an award-winning family.
Wow.
We got to give like a mom and dad of the year award to. I'm like, who does that? That's incredible.
Through the years, I've kind of acknowledged it a little bit more, or reflected on it a little bit more. It's like they removed themselves from their family, their comfortability, their careers, in order to put our family that's just growing in age into an environment and an atmosphere that perhaps can grow into something that worthwhile, right? So they gave it a shot, and they made it work for us. So I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, that's incredible. Are your parents still there, or have they moved back since? Like, we're out of here. This is ridiculous.
My parents are 5 minutes up the street from me.
That's amazing. So they liked it. That had to require a job change and everything. And that's, I'm assuming pre-COVID, right? When remote work wasn't so easy. Like, that's a lot to balance. That's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me, are you giving them your metal image of the tornado? Are you gifting that to them?
All the credit does go
I'm
to
putting
them.
you on the spot. Yeah,
maybe a little bit. I don't know about this one though.
You're going to give it to your brother, right?
Oh yeah, he can hold on to it for a little bit.
Everett, have your parents been chasing with you?
A few times they have, yeah. So my brother and I, of course, when we moved here, we weren't of the age of being able to drive yet. And so in order to learn how to storm chase better and just kind of dive into what storm chasing is like, my parents drove us around for the longest time. And actually today is the 10-year anniversary of the first tornado outbreak that we experienced in Western Oklahoma. And that was when we just went out with my parents driving. I've got an iPhone 3G in my pocket, and we've got twin tornadoes right in front of us. It was a pretty neat experience, yeah.
I bet your auto insurance carrier hates you. The whole family.
All right. So last question, Everett. You've given us some photo tips, but you can't win Tornado Photo of the Year without seeing a tornado. So what's your secret for finding your target spot?
That's a tough one. If I'm being honest, I've only seen probably a handful of tornadoes in the last few years. So for the most part, you just got to find the right storm, the one that looks the best, the one that seems to not be contaminated by other surrounding storms. And you just got to hope that you're in the right position. Like I'd mentioned, there's been times in the past where I like to get too ahead of the storm and I miss some things. And so this storm in particular, the Lockett storm, was just kind of luck of the draw for us. Still learning the ropes when it comes to forecasting and figuring out where the right ingredients are for being able to choose which storm to be on. So once we've kind of locked onto a storm, we just stick with it and just hope that we've picked the right one.
Honesty is the best policy. That's good. That's good. So where can our listeners find you and your work online or social media?
Yeah, right now on Instagram, we've got an account called Tornado_Twins. And that's where we keep most of our content.
God, Jen's like, oh, you took my idea. Darn it. That's
We're the
good.
Twister twins, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. That's good. So, hey, our team, Everett, we're gearing up for our own Stormfront Freaks storm chase here in late May. And at helicity.co/SFF, they've got a huge selection of some really creative weather and storm themed t-shirts, gear, merchandise. They got a lot of cool stuff, including Stormfront Freaks shirts and beverage containers. So if you go to the exclusive site, helicity.co/SFF, you're going to be able to earn 5% off your entire order. And while you're there, click on the Brands tab, and that's where you're going to find all your Stormfront Freaks favorites. Again, that's at helicity.co/SFF. So it is time for our final break, but we've got more to come, including hashtag WeatherFools and Weather Trobot 5000's upgrade. Great job, Everett. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you.
That's
Everett,
definitely
we're
some
having-
good stuff.
We're having a twin chat at some point, Everett, just so you know.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Twin chat. So we got our VIPs in the house. So Dan, Angela, and Garrett. So this is your tornado photo winner of the year. This would be a good time to, if there's something we missed, to ask, because we always miss shit. You guys cover us pretty well, so we make a good team. So what do we miss?
I'm just wondering, was the D810 the first camera you started out with, and breaking into storm photography, or did you start with like any kind of crop sensor cameras, or any plans to go mirrorless? I'm a Nikon user myself and started, crop sensor and went with D750s, and now I'm in the Z series full frame. So any plans to kind of branch out, or just kind of happy with what you got for sure, which the D810 is no slouch. So
Yeah, I'd say I'm happy with where I'm at right now. I started off with a Canon 60D, which I don't even think was full frame back in the day. I was just happy with whatever my parents actually helped me out with my first camera. So I was just grateful with what I had, and ultimately came to the time where I wanted a little bit of an upgrade. And I'd say what I have right now is probably good for the next few years.
oh yeah, most definitely.
What else, Angela? You got any questions tonight?
Are you chasing tomorrow?
I actually might, yeah. I know there's a slight risk in northeastern Oklahoma near Tulsa that might yield something surprising, hopefully.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up there.
Nice. Yeah. All right, you got to tag us on your photos then, guys, both of you. Tag a little Stormfront Freak on Twitter.
I'm also based out of Oklahoma
sure.
City, so
Awesome, yeah. Best of luck. Hoping for the best.
Cool. So Everett, we will we'll edit this and then we will upload it to all the podcast players on Sunday. I will tag you usually on Monday is when I make posts that the new episode is available. I'll tag you on that as well, so you'll see that. But that's when you can expect to find it. All right.
Sounds good. Thanks, Phil.
Cool. Everett, this was awesome. So glad you could join us. And again, congratulations on the win.
Awesome.
Yes.
And be safe.
Great
Be
photo.
safe and good luck. Good luck on the chase season.
Thank you very much. You too.
Great job,
Cool.
Garrett.
All right.
I mean,
We'll
Everett.
have you on again.
Everett, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
And
Jennifer.
you know what? We'd have no idea if this was really Everett's twin brother on right now. We
No.
wouldn't know.
We'd have no idea.
No clue.
Right.
That's true.
Probably
There's
commandeered
a
your email,
small
didn't you?
saying that some of our close friends call us, and if they don't know which one is which, they just call us Geverett. Just look
Sure.
which one's which.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Well, appreciate it, Everett. Thank you so much. That was fun. A lot of fun.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Good luck.
See ya. Good job.
All right, so I was really hoping Brady would be able to intro Weather Fools tonight.
That could have been amusing for sure.
Should have had to do it before he left.
So Serena, can you just do both? Do Weather Fools and Weather Trollbot?
Yeah, sure.
You good with both?
Yep. Who's got fools?
All right, so Weather Fools,
Share some
I've got
screens.
I've got 3. I'm gonna give it a shot.
I've
Oh,
got
the
2,
audio.
but
Yeah,
NJ, I'm having
we'll see.
issues.
Yeah, I
Yes,
haven't
Sharon.
seen Jen anything pop up yet.
I
me
sent I just shared my links in the chat. Is it possible, MJ, for you to share them
Whoops.
if you see them?
Oh, there they are. Let's
Can
see.
you email those to me too, Jay?
Yes. I'll do that right
You're
now.
awesome.
All right, so Phil, you have 3. Jen, you have 2 if it works. Anybody else? Okay. And Phil, what's this Trollbot upgrade?
So
Just so I don't say something stupid.
so so if you recall last time, I don't know if you were on last time we had Trollbot, but she had a problem and we kind of had to reboot her in safe mode. And so it was really a kind of mechanical, electrical robot sound. So we have upgraded her. So just so you all know, and I can discuss this too once you kind of introduce what Weather Trollbot is, and then I can bring in the upgrade part of it. But
Cool.
she now has a British accent. So it's a
that's
very
hot.
sophisticated Weather Trollbot 5000.
That's so exciting.
I can't wait to hear her say
Does
naughty
she
things
sound
in a
like
British
Hermione?
It's a British accent, cursing and swearing and all kinds of fun
Awesome.
stuff.
That's awesome.
Follow me.
Yeah, that's right.
I love British accents.
Phil,
And-
can you bring up those gens on yours? I'm on a different computer and I do not have it set up for screen
Yep.
sharing. So it would
Yep,
take me
I can do that.
Sorry
It'd
about
probably
that.
hurt my audio even worse, maybe, but we'll see.
it is a little
Thanks.
scratchy every now and again.
Is it really? Is it still bad? Fuck. What
Yeah,
is it?
it wasn't at first, but I'm noticing it a little bit now. It's a processor thing. It has to be.
Yeah, but it never was. I mean, that's what's weird is it never was an issue before, right?
Yeah, this
And
doesn't.
it's-
I mean, it doesn't happen with anybody else.
It's
Except,
funny how
ex-
I started
except,
hearing the same thing on another podcast that uses
Yeah,
StreamYard.
I haven't
At
heard it very much.
The
but,
same time that we
yeah,
had started having problems.
I've seen
so I don't
nothing in the forums about it at all.
know. Yeah.
So,
You got to upgrade from Windows 95, man. Just saying.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I'm on Windows ME.
he's got
What
me.
do you-
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Was that pre 95 or post 95?
That was after.
Screen door windows.
Yeah.
All right. I
Jen,
think
you'll
I
still
got
talk
him.
about them while
Yeah.
Phil shows them.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
I'll probably have you. I'll do mine. Then I'll do Phil's, and then I'll do yours, Jen.
Perfect. Love it.
And then we
And
go to Trollbot.
MJ like literally stop if I'm breaking up too much or if I'm getting the pops too much, just stop us and so that we don't we'll figure something else out and edit it out or something.
Yeah,
Does
I mean,
that
it's
work?
going to happen, I'm sure, because I can hear it now. It's not obnoxious, but it just every now and again I hear it.
I like Curtis's advice. Stop downloading naughty videos, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil.
Fuck you, Curtis.
It wasn't even Trollbot.
You really feel.
Yeah.
All right, so it's episode 155.
so-
Stormfront Freaks.
Well, let me ask you this: Would it be better if Serena tried to download those and because I've got
I can-
3 and now I've got
We don't-
5.
Yeah, I'll do Jen's. That's fine.
We don't get it, but we don't get. Yeah, she doesn't have a problem with the audio. So it's not a thing that happens all the time. It's a thing. Yeah. So
So is it happening right now while I'm talking and my screen isn't being posted?
a little bit, yes.
Tiny bit, but I feel like it's a lot less.
It is a lot
Yeah.
less.
I don't know what it'd be like when you throw the screen up there.
All right, I'm gonna cut it down to 2. I'm gonna do 2.
Okay. I've got your
See
2
if that
then.
helps.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So I'll show them.
Okay, thanks, Serena.
Yep.
You do yours.
Yeah,
and
same
I'm gonna
there
do
then-
mine.
now,
I'll go
but-
to Phil's for his 2.
You
Okay.
do
And
you.
then I'll do your 2.
You do you.
Beautiful.
You do you.
We'll all do.
You do you.
I just love
Be a
Matt's.
good show. Could be a show title if we did during the show.
If we did during the show, but okay. So we got that, and then we got Weather Trollbot, and then Freak Fan Box, MJ.
Yep, I'll do one of the feedback pieces.
Okay, and then I'll close it up. Anybody any
And-
questions? We lost Dan. Dan, where'd you go?
I know. So it's stormfrontfreaks.com or stormfrontfreakspodcast.com.
Stormfrontfreaks.com. You got it.
How many years you been on this show now?
Right. Like, haven't you been to the website before?
I have many times, and I don't think I ever get it right the first time. I think I try to put too many letters in there.
I still thought you lived in Vermont a couple weeks ago. So
yeah, exactly. So don't talk too much there.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yeah, we're doing
VIPs get to stay during this. Yeah.
Yeah, let them stay. What the hell?
Yeah,
you guys
absolutely.
can stay.
Absolutely.
If you want to comment, throw a comment in. I don't give a shit. We're
But
good
be
to go.
afraid.
We're rocking and rolling tonight, baby.
All right. So it's Weather
Too
Fools
bad
first
Brady's
and then
not here.
Trollbot.
Okay. Yep. So you'll come in on the Who.
Yep.
And then episode 155 show notes, and then you'll go ahead and once you say that, I'll start Mr. Roboto
Okay.
for Weather Trollbot. All right.
All right.
Phil, don't forget to dump your screen just as soon as you're done, Sharon.
Good call. Yep.
Remove it when
All
you're
right. Coming in 3, 2.
Welcome back to the Stormfront Freaks podcast, and it is time for Weather Fools. This is a segment where we get to show people doing incredibly stupid or sometimes amazing things, depending on your perspective. So we're going to go ahead and kick things off. So the first one is one that I actually have, and this is a guy who posted a video on Instagram, and he says, almost went for a ride today at Black Creek Golf Course. Now, when you see what's happening with this weather, I'm going to kind of wonder why the guy thought it was a good day to go play golf. And this is what I think qualifies him as a weather fool. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what kind of conditions he's dealing with on the golf course.
Oh my gosh.
that's nasty.
Yeah.
So he's on
there's
the
a
deck
breeze,
of the
folks.
clubhouse. He's like out on the porch.
He's on the porch of like the clubhouse or something. What I love about this one is how the trees almost look like they snap and break
That's
like
crazy. Look at 'em
broccoli,
go.
like overcooked broccoli. They're just gone. And then whoop, there goes the roof, just
There
nonchalantly.
goes the
he
clubhouse
says,
roof.
Yeah.
Yet
There goes
I'm
the
still
roof.
safe here on the porch.
On the porch. Yeah, it's incredible. I thought that was an interesting perspective.
So
for a weather
Serena,
fool.
I will say this. That was one of mine. And I would probably, and I don't even know if this is going out on a limb, I would probably rate that the biggest weather fool of all time. Like
It's a good
like
one.
he's on a porch when the whole freaking clubhouse is coming apart.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are
pretty
like
rough.
at least 100-mile-an-hour winds. Those are insane. The trees are snapping like they're nothing. I mean, like in half. And he's just on the porch, and whoop, there goes the roof, and it flies over his head and lands on the ground in front of him.
He just hit a hole in one though, and he is feeling lucky.
That's right.
Must be.
He
Buying
doesn't
that
think the
round-
heavy
Well-
stuff's coming out for a while, right?
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Buying
All right,
that
well, sorry I
round
took-
for everyone.
Nice.
Sorry I took one of yours there, Phil, but I hear you may have another one queued up.
Wait, no, I got to hear Maz do that line.
I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for a while.
Perfect. All right. So mine is not a video. MJ, you'll appreciate this up in Minnesota. So
Okay.
Matthew D-U-X. He says, ugh, Minnesota Twins baseball team have a severe thunderstorm warning issued for the stadium, and umps still send out players out in the 8th. Lightning flashes as the at-bat starts, and then they send everyone to the dugouts. Now grounds crew dealing with lightning while putting tarps down. And one of our previous guests, Kevin Kleisel at University of Oklahoma, he's big on event safety and even working at Miami University athletics, taking some of his stuff into play in our policies. But he says MLB, Major League Baseball, continues to fail where weather is concerned. And then he says, hey, Mike Trout, can you help? Because Mike Trout's a big weather nut as well. But so just Major League Baseball, of all the sports, is the one that they're even under a thunderstorm warning, and they still don't send people to safety. until they see the lightning strike.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching on TV, but I saw that game. And we've had the Twins meteorologist Mace Michaels on.
Yep.
On our show, and they had done a story with him earlier in the day on one of the TV stations, and he made that comment again that he tells them things, but it's the umpires that make that decision, that final call.
Yep.
And so crazy.
Yeah, that's not
so
good.
wild
Not good.
and dangerous.
All right. Good one. All right. So, Jen, I hear that you have got a couple for us as well.
I do. And thank you, Serena, for showing them on your screen. So what we're looking at now, this is Reed Timmer. This was from March 31st. The QLCS tornadoes, they were intercepting in Louisiana and southern Mississippi. But as you play this, you're going to watch this. So you're watching, and it's really hard to chase QLCS tornadoes as well because they're a part of a line. What you're seeing here is he's like, close enough for a storm chaser, but you're watching cars driving under like trucks, 18-wheelers. Yeah, like barely missing it. And there's more coming. You see these cars have no idea the weather, what's going on, that there's a tornado right there. And it's scary. I think it's really crazy. And I think it's easy for, some people that aren't chasers and meteorologists to pay as close attention as we do. But QLCS tornadoes are very dangerous just because, you can't see them out in a field somewhere, or even in Mississippi and Louisiana, there's a lot of trees around too. So it was really crazy seeing that. So anybody driving during that are weather fools.
They're always hard because they're in the rain, but I want to know how that fucker figured it out. Damn it! I hate chasing that stuff, yet I still do it.
Yes,
still do it. God darn it.
I know. I do it too. I'm a hypocrite a little bit. Okay, so this is from yesterday, or no, this is today. So there's been, a dynamic storm system across the US and blizzard in parts of South Dakota, crazy wind and zero visibility. So playing this out, basically why I call him a weather fool. This is amazing footage. But the wind, look at that. I know it's not like a severe thunderstorm, but there could still be debris and stuff hitting him. Anybody driving on this would be a weather fool too, but just him standing out in this, you just don't know it's being whipped up by the wind. And plus it would hurt anyway with it being that cold, blowing the snow around, like not somewhere where you would want to be.
So Jen,
yes.
Jen, you're from Atlanta. See, MJ fucking ice fishes and shit like this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, absolutely. We grew up in that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you're not ice
Mass
fishing
too.
standing in the road. Like here, I think the big part about this is you can see it's whiteout conditions. It's literally whiteout. I mean, you don't even know what you're looking at until there's a little bit of a break and you see some trees and stuff like that.
You can fish in the road, though. You can up there. It's okay.
Maybe you
just
can
a little,
up there.
Just a little wind, and just a little snow. It's really not that bad.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to be in the road considering what we saw, on what we've seen in other recent videos. So
could be worse.
It could be worse. All right. Well, if you want to check out those weather fools, which it's a good selection this week, go ahead to stormfrontfreaks.com and click on the show notes for episode 155. And now it is time for Trollbot, Weather Trollbot 5000, who recently has upgone. Yeah, that's a word. Who has recently gone through a little bit of an upgrade we hear about, which is good. I mean, what do you expect? This is something that we pulled from a garage sale and used to have help meteorologists translate and say what they really want to say. And she went through some problems recently. She's had a few speed bumps, but I hear she's back better than ever, Phil.
Yeah, how is she upgone? How is she upgone?
Yeah, I don't know how she's upgone. Maybe she's down gone. I don't know. We'll let
She's
Phil
a product
describe
of a garage sale. She could be anything for all we know.
Yeah.
Right. So Serena, and last time we had Weather Trollbot on, we really had some issues. We had to boot her up in safe mode, and so her speaking voice was really kind of hard to hear. It was very robotic. But so we took some of this money that we got from Garrett and Angela and Dan, our Patreon members, and I took her into eye repair, and I said, hey, I know she's old. I know, but what can you do with her? So they upgraded her. So we've got she looks the same, but she's going to sound freaking amazing tonight for you. She's got a total upgrade. So I've got 2 Weather Trollbot options to share with you guys. And so one is from our good friend James Spann. James Spann from ABC 33 in Birmingham, meteorologist down there. He got I don't know if this is Facebook or it might be an email from Lisa Richards. And so we're not gonna we're gonna put you under the bus if you're gonna do stupid shit like this. So she says to James Spann, "Why was you on TV and no tornadoes warning, and I missed my show Family Feud? You dirtwad."
Okay, dirtwad.
Dirtwad.
So I'll repeat. Here's what she typed. Why was you on TV and no tornadoes warning? And I missed my show Family Feud, you dirtwad.
Ugh.
So our Serena, as you alluded to, our weather friends, they're always very professional and nice when they respond on social media. You guys have all seen it, right? And James, no different, very professional. Said, "Dear Lisa, sorry you missed Family Feud today. I'm actually happy we didn't have a quote-unquote tornadoes warning at the time. Thanks for taking the time to write and hope you have a better day tomorrow. Your pal, quote-unquote, dirtwad."
Nice. Judge.
So if you're not familiar with Weather Trollbot 5000, so we're gonna kind of input all this information into Weather Trollbot 5000, and she's gonna kick out what James really was thinking when he was responding to this troll.
Do we upgrade the potty mouth chip?
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet not.
I don't think so.
I'm ready.
And edit that out, MJ, please. All right. So here was what Weather Trollbot was really thinking.
Here is what James was really thinking. Why did you drop out of school in 4th grade? Love, the dirtwad.
I love it. I love her voice, her accent.
Yeah,
That was nice.
So she's kind of fancy now, right?
She is fancy.
Little
Fancy like
fancy,
that. Yeah.
fancy British Weather Trollbot. Okay, so that was that. So he was just wondering why she dropped out of 4th grade. So next one, this comes from one of our listeners, by the way, Clarence Smith. Says this is Delilah on Twitter. She is at Miss Kindlefire. Delilah. She said, "Hey, the worst part," in a very similar issue, by the way, because she was responding to WDRB in Louisville, Kentucky, and this was just yesterday, by the way, where they did have a little drop down tornado and some winds from this QLCS that I horribly chased. Delilah says the worst part of having stormy weather is listening to the local meteorologist go on and on for an hour as if we're all signed up to take a class. I guess I won't get to watch Big Bang Theory tonight.
Womp womp.
I know. They reruns all the time.
Have you heard of
So
Netflix?
Bryce is a meteorologist at WDRB. He replied back, very professional, right? He took some time to think through this before he typed. He said, "Oh, darn, Delilah, what a shame. Maybe the family that lost their house to the tornado last night can come over and watch Big Bang Theory at your place since it's still standing."
Nice.
Ooh,
Wow,
I like
good
that.
comeback.
That's good.
That was pretty good. I like that. So let's go ahead. We'll punch that in.
Here is what Bryce was really thinking. I want to shove some fucking dynamite between your ears and watch Big Bang. You heartless bitch.
Wow.
She does class up the joint.
White.
It just sounds so much better coming from her.
She does, Bryce. Yeah, okay. So Big Bang right there, I guess. So
like
that's
Hermione.
what control. So what do you guys think of the upgrade? We keep that upgrade, or do I need to take her back to the eye repair shop?
No, I'd
It's
like
worth
the
another
upgrade.
shot. Yeah.
Keep it.
Yeah,
All right.
let's do it.
It's like
I like
having
it.
Hermione yell at me. I like it.
Send me a postcard, drop me a line. You've got mail, baby, yeah.
All right, MJ, what do we got in the Freak Fan Box?
Well, Phil, you actually went out and asked our Patreon members for some feedback. And we love our Patreon members like crazy. And they gave us some feedback.
Except Curtis. I got a little issue with Curtis tonight, I think.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Curtis is the one that I'm going to talk about. So Curtis gave us some feedback. Says Phil, he loves Weather Troll Bot. There we go. We just had that tonight for you, Curtis. Storm
There you go,
Chaser
Mass.
or porn, drinking episodes, Twister into the Storm, etc. Educational series, skip, read, others. Any episode that has a guest with high energy. Curtis goes on and says, honestly, Phil, there's nothing that I dislike about the podcast. I mean, sometimes you get guests that are dull, but it's bleeping impossible to get a unicorn guest every damn show.
Wow.
I like it enough that we started the PDS podcast and try not to rip you off every show. I think you all do a great job with everything, and I hope to meet you in person in Tornado Alley this May. So thank
Does
you.
he want us in Tornado Alley? Is that the deal?
Maybe that's the thing. Then
wait to see you in Tornado Alley.
Then he can rip us off to the podcast, right? There you go. No, thank you, Curtis. I thank you. I don't know what Phil's thinking tonight, but
No, I loved it. I asked for it, so that's I guess you get what you ask for.
You did.
But no, that's good. And Curtis, so he does have a great podcast, the PDS podcast, which is good as well. And I responded back to him. I said, now I can't think of the saying. What's whatever is the best form of flattery?
Imitation.
Yes.
There you go. So, hey, still, if there's something you like that we're doing, if I can take it, we don't have a copyright on it. We don't have enough money to do that. So, all right. So, you got anything else, MJ?
No, we'll share it. I'll share another one of those next episode. So.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that just about does it for this episode of Stormfront Freaks podcast. We always thank you for listening and watching. But before I announce who our next guest is going to be, if you like the show, don't forget to follow the Stormfront Freaks podcast. And that'll just help you get notified, receive the latest episodes of the show right when it gets released. It'll be delivered right to your podcast player. Or you can find all the podcast player options at stormfrontfreaks.com. And please do us a favor, tell a friend about the show. Those of you that are going to be out chasing this spring, tell your chase buddies when you're out having dinner at Applebee's afterwards or wherever you go. We'd love it if you just said, hey, you guys listening to these guys while you're out on the road. Even if you don't listen to us, you can at least lie, and that's okay. We'll take that. You can also visit stormfrontfreaks.com to find our Patreon link, and that's how you can check out all the ways we can do more with you and how you can help support the show, whether it's the live access to view and chat during our raw video recordings like we're doing live right now tonight, or it's the exclusive merchandise. Curtis, and I love Curtis, he's in Canada, and I just spent like $100 to send him a Stormfront Freaks duffel bag tonight. So he knows I love him. But all kinds of cool Stormfront Freaks merchandise that's exclusive. Yeah, so like one of the things we give away, and so this is going to be coming, I think Garrett and Angela, this will be coming to you guys here soon, is we got a cool Adidas duffel bag that's got a Stormfront Freaks embroidered patch and everything on it. So all kinds of cool stuff that we're giving away to this group. But I just want to thank them because it's really, I'll be honest, the whole Patreon thing was something that for a while I wanted to avoid. I thought, if we need to try and obviously earn a little money to pay for all the expenses of the podcast and, try to do some giveaways when we go to shows and stuff like that. I just thought if we did like advertisements and things like that could help support the show. And it's a lot of work to constantly be asking businesses and stuff, hey, can want to partner up and do stuff like that. And I just started watching so many other chasers and so many other people in the weather industry that started doing Patreon with their fans and a way to really do kind of fun stuff to interact with the people that you really want to interact with, which are the people that have really learned to like you. And so those are exactly the people that we like as well. And so we did it, and we started doing it, and I can't be happier with the people that are supporting us right now and the people that we've got. And I know Garrett and Angela here are live in the studio with us, and we got Curtis in the green room or in the chat tonight watching us live, and others as well. So I just want to say thank you, because it's really cool. It's kind of a neat feature that we've added. You can also subscribe to our YouTube page. So if you're not familiar with that, you can go to youtube.com/StormfrontFreaks, and you can watch all of the recordings of our show. So we call it Stormfront Freaks Raw. Now, our Patreon members get exclusive access to watch it live, as well as for the next month. They're the only ones that can have access to see it and stream it. After a month is up, then we'll post it to the public, and then they can see it and watch it as well. So you can go to youtube.com/StormfrontFreaks and see all of the past shows with all of our, I think wasn't our number one person, MJ, who was our number one most watched? Remember who it was? I think it was was it one of our Weather Channel folks?
It was, yeah. Go on, I might find it.
Anyway, but anyway, you can watch all of those, and you get to see and listen to all the stuff that gets edited out, like the curse words that MJ is going to have to edit out for the audio podcast that I did tonight, which probably I've been drinking a little more tonight than I normally do, so that's probably why. But so you can check that out. Special thanks to our guests tonight, Alexis, Amy, Everett. That was a lot of fun. You guys asked some good photo questions too. All of you did. So that was good. And let's find out how our fans can follow us and find your content. So Jen, I'll start with you. Where can people follow you?
Twitter is @jwatson_WX, Instagram and TikTok. I've been forgetting to add TikTok, but both are Jennifer Weather.
Oh, you got a TikTok too. Okay. Nice. MJ, how about you?
Well, I'm going to start off with Stephanie Abrams is our, I believe, is our number one.
That's who it was.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll say @MarkStormPod, Twitter.
Very good. All right, Serena.
Yep. So I can be found on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok. Everything is Weather Serena, WX, and then CYRENA.
So what are you doing? What are you guys doing on TikTok, Jen and Serena? How are you guys using that?
I'm not doing it. I started it a couple years ago. Yeah, I do some fun things. The big one that I got probably over 60,000 views was a Hurricane Hunter flight that I repurposed, which did really well. So yeah.
Nice. And here I am just shuffle dancing for nothing.
There you go.
Everybody shuffling in.
Oh, that was great.
No, it should have been this. It should have been this.
Down to the basement.
All right, Mass, how about you? How can people find you?
Twitter @MoneyStorm, 4 U.
And your home address?
Oh, close. Aunt Meg's house.
Very good. So I'll tell you what. So I think that about does it for. I forgot our next guest, right? So hey, this is cool. Now I'm going to let you guys know. I've been working on this for years, and I finally went back to and decided to do it. So in 2 weeks, we're recording April 28th with Svet Ross Lazaro from the Comet Met Ed website. So the Met Ed website that's got all those free classes on weather, meteorology, atmospheric science, all kinds of cool stuff that you can just jump on and learn and take these classes for free. He's going to be on the show, so we'll be able to ask him all kinds of questions about these resources and what's available and all that stuff. So our Patreon members, you can join our raw recording live, and the edited audio podcast will be available to everyone else the following Sunday. So
hey, Phil,
for Can I hear
Weather Trollbot again?
Which one? Yeah, sure. Let me see. I have to do replay. That's kind of how it works with her.
Here is what Bryce was really thinking. I want to shove some fucking dynamite between your ears and watch Big Bang. You heartless bitch.
There you go.
She's growing on me. I'm just saying right now.
All right. So for MJ and Jen and Maz, Serena, Angela, and Garrett are still with us as well. I'm going to signal the all clear. We'll catch you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
couldn't quite do a salute. My mic was in the way, and it was like,
Oh god.
what the heck does that mean?
That's a good show.
Yeah. Ever since Curtis posted Blame Canada, I've been singing like South Park songs. in
Oh,
my head
yeah.
now.
It's
Like,
stuck
Blame
right in.
Canada. Blame Canada. Thanks, Curtis.
So if I wonder which one, if him and Greg are there, so which one's Terrence and which one's Philip?
Terrence and Philip.
All right, I'm
This-
out. I've been up since 3 a.m. yesterday.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
God,
What?
okay.
Oh my God.
3 a.m.
Angela, thanks for
yesterday.
joining us.
Thanks
That
for
was
joining.
awesome. Yeah. Thanks for jumping on then, Angela. I feel privileged.
You should
Yeah.
know. I'm kidding.
Yeah, go to bed. Go to
I
sleep.
That's
Night.
what I'm doing. Bye.
All right. Good night, Angela. See ya.
She's like a medical intern. What the heck?
3 a.m.
I love that she was home though. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Probably because she's been up for like 36 hours.
There's no kidding.
Dangerous to
Pretty
have
sure
her on
the
the
DOT
road.
wouldn't like her driving after that.
You're
No.
probably right. You're
It's like I
correct.
can only sleep in the truck. I can't even sleep at home anymore. That's why she's awake.
Oh, it's so
All
glad.
right. We
gotta
will
go.
have another probably Chaser group meeting here in a week or two. I'll set something up, but just update.
Cool. And I know I've been like radio silent, Phil. I've been like insane right now. But
Well, you
if
got
feel-
TikTok. I get it. I mean, it takes time and mental power.
Shuffle dancing is hard. Yeah, no. So after I get through this weekend, I should be able to put my head above water again and breathe and start working on future things.
Okay. We got time. We got 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like
Yeah.
that.
I hope you end up like in South Dakota or Minnesota or Iowa or something like that. Then I can mysteriously or magically appear.
It would be cool.
That'd be nice.
That would be cool.
It would be very nice.
Let's make that happen.
Hey, Curtis. Maz left. Curtis wanted to know Maz's TikTok.
Yeah, he hopes he's twerking. So,
I
don't
think
wanna
you
see-
should do.
You don't want to
Mass
see
would
Maz
be-
twerk.
Mass would be
Does Maz
amazing.
even know what twerk means?
Probably
That's
not.
that's a good question.
Probably not.
That's a good question.
He'd probably be like, "Is this like teleworking? Is that what that is? Twerk teleworking? That's what it is."
Any potential title show names? That
Well,
you picked up on.
you're going to have one, or is Storm Photographers of the Year going to be long enough? You know, if we have names and that, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we just use
Otherwise,
that.
there was the magical spread the legs out.
When was that? I missed that.
The
Oh, did you?
tripod.
It was a tripod, yeah.
It was a good one. I almost said it, but
Oh.
I saw MJ go to his pad and start writing down. I'm like, he got it. He got it.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't even catch that one. Okay.
That's good.
That's
really
a pretty good one.
That's a good one. It's a shame
All
to
right.
not use it, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we'll-
right. We
we'll
should
see.
probably just, instead of everyone's name, all three of their names, should probably just put Storm Photographers of the Year or something. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yes.
But I
Spread your
did.
legs and wings.
You know, I caught that one.
Yeah, I was proud. Like I said,
That's
I
really
was
good.
I was very happy.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so
Yep.
much. Good
Good
show.
night, everyone.
Y'all take it
Everyone.
All
easy.
right, see you guys.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Good night.